Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the Scrum time boxes. And today's topic is very interesting and very important, especially if you are a project manager or Scrum master and working in any organization or practitioner for the agile concepts. So this is a very important topic. So let's start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. So let's start, friend. Scrum time boxes. First of all, what is a Scrum? Scrum is a framework which we used for implementation of the software projects. Okay, so for example, you want to implement a e-commerce solution, so you can use the Scrum framework. Scrum framework means that you can divide the whole project into multiple chunks, which is called a sprint, and you deliver the project using the agile based approach or iterative based approach. So as a whole, you are not complete like at one go. You are not delivering the project in a one go. You are dividing the project into multiple chunks and then you are delivering it the project to the customer. So this is a high level overview of the Scrum framework, a Scrum methodology. Then Scrum time box. Scrum time box means that there are few concepts or approaches which are used in the Scrum framework, which is based on time box. Time box means that there are limitation of time. For example, first of all, sprint. Sprint is a term which is used in Scrum time boxes. Means that a 3 to 4 weeks time period in which we have to deliver a project to a customer. For example, let's take an example of e-commerce solution here. For example, in the e-commerce solution you have to deliver to the customer, there are 40 tasks. So what you can do, you divide the project into multiple chunks. Each chunk will be considered as the sprint. A sprint is a 3 to 4 weeks time period. You can take the 10 tasks from the product backlog. Like product backlog is the complete requirement of a project. So each sprint will contain 10 tasks, and for each sprint you plan, develop, test and then deploy. Then in sprint 2 you take the 10 tasks again and then plan, develop, test and deploy. Sprint 3, then sprint 4, until you reach at sprint 4. Like there are total 40 tasks, so you can deliver complete tasks to the customer. So sprint is a 3 to 4 weeks time period in which we are completely doing all the things like plan, develop, test and then deploy to the customer. So a sprint is a 3 to 4 week time period. Then the another time box concept is daily stand-up meeting. Daily stand-up meeting means that it is a 15 minutes meeting. 15 minutes meeting means that in 15 minutes, like every team member, like core team member, they are discussing that what we are doing, what we have done yesterday, what we are going today, and what we are going to tomorrow, what are the issues which we are facing. So it's a 15 minutes meeting. In this 15 minutes meeting, all the core level things on daily basis, it will be discussed among the team member. Remember friend that there should be a limit of 15 minutes. This daily stand-up meeting should not be more than 15 minutes. Like on normally we do this meeting at the starting of the day, like at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock we should do this type of meeting, or we can do this meeting at the end of the day as well, but more preferably the end of starting of the day, it is a more preferable time. Then next one is the sprint planning meeting. Sprint planning meeting means that it is a meeting once the product backlog has been finalized. Then we have to, before starting the sprint is a 3 to 4 week time period in which we are going to deliver a few tasks to the customer. So sprint planning meeting means that you take the task from the product backlog. Product backlog is the complete list of requirement. For example, if there are 40 tasks in the product backlog, you take the 10 tasks from the product backlog and decide that in this meeting you will decide that which 10 tasks you will take from the product backlog, and how you will plan, how will you develop, how will you test, and then when you will deliver to the customer. So it is a planning meeting, but it is a planning meeting for a limited number of tasks. Remember, it is not the complete product backlog discussion. It is a planning meeting for only a chunk for which you are going to deliver the task to the customer. Okay, So here remember that this is a difference. Then next one is the sprint review meeting. Sprint review meeting also, it should not be a more than 1 hour meeting. In this team meeting, like you have developed the sprint, like you have delivered the task, like for example, like you have developed 10 tasks for of the e-commerce solution, let's assume. Now you have to deliver, like you have to showcase your work to the customer. You showcase it to the product owner, you showcase it to the customer that these are the 10 tasks which have been developed, and how the functionality will work. For example, let's assume that in the e-commerce solution you have developed the module of for example, payment module you have developed. So in the sprint review meeting, you will showcase it your work to the customer, that how customer will log in, how customer do the payment process. Like for example, he can do a payment through credit card only, so you showcase it to the customer that customer only do the payment through the credit card. During the credit card selection, which fields he will select, how will do the he will do the payments, what will be the process, how will the transaction process. During the review meeting, if there is any question from the customer, so you have to answer it. You have to be prepared, well prepared for those questions which may arise during the review meeting. Like your functionality should be working properly. This is the most important factor in the sprint review meeting. Okay, so the sprint review meeting means that you are showcasing your work to the customer. Then the retrospective sprint meeting. The retrospective sprint meeting means that after the sprint review meeting, you do the another meeting with internal meeting. That means the product owner, the scrum team, scrum master, they will sit together and they will analyze that what happens wrong, what happens good, what are the things which went well, which are the things which went wrong, what are the things which from which we have to learn it. Like the if there are some things which goes wrong, we have to learn from it, and we have to avoid those things in the next sprint as well. See, just think of a retrospective sprint meeting as a lesson learned. Basically, lesson learned means that you have to learn that if something goes wrong, you have to avoid it. Also, you have to think that what are the reasons due to which things goes wrong. Okay, so that if you can learn from it, you can avoid it in the future. Okay, your future means in the next sprint as well. If something goes well, you have to also learn from it, and you have to discuss it that these are the things which went well. So we should have to repeat those things in the next sprint. So if something goes wrong, goes bad, you have to learn it. You don't have to repeat that thing in the next sprint. If something goes right, goes well, you have to repeat in the next sprint. So thank you friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks for watching the video. Thank you.